We got a long way here,
My mother was like that. She was that watching the sale, and she would see what that she wanted. Come back a week later, a week after that.
The gentleman here is John Spencer, and he's from Syracuse, I believe. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right.
Little town west of Syracuse, and train started, I guess, back when I was a kid. I think the first history I've got is my father holding a train box when I was about 1.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't have an awful lot of activity with that. But from there on it grew into the typical Lionel days through HO and then eventually into garden railroading.
Oh, cool.
And where do you practice your garden railroad?
We do that at Finger Lakes, live steamers. And I have with the Garden Railway, I had a engine that I had built for a gravity race, and that I decided needed to be upgraded to a larger engine. So I built a larger one for the 7 1/4 gauge. So I have also at Finger Lakes a ride-on, which is actually 2.5-inch scale, along with the gauge 1 trains.
Yeah, so where is this Finger Lakes actually located?
It's kind of in between Rochester, New York, and Syracuse, New York, and north of the state thruway by about 5 miles.
Yeah, you guys, you must have open houses there, eh, where the community can come in?
A couple of times a year we have the open houses. In June and in July, in August.
In August? So you got one?
September.
September.
I'm new.
September.
September.
Okay, so
got one coming up in another couple of months.
Excellent,
And
excellent.
we do invite the OVGRS down after the American invasion, so we will have them down at our club this coming Monday, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I was down there last year. It was quite nice. One of my favorite things was running trains at night. That's something you don't normally get to do, and you're out there running along the track clickety-clack, and just the headlight of your train.
Both the big ones or the small ones, or both?
The big ones. So you guys, you really enjoy the hobby? It's something that's sort of primary with you these days?
I would say so. I like to kind of tinker, and we've got I guess our gauge 1 has been in there for about 12, 13 years now.
Yeah.
And that's grown from basically a single loop to not as complex as here, but it's going.
Yeah, well, some interesting things there. There's bridge work and ponds, and there's a lot, a little bit of everything. So that's quite nice to see.
It's a typical garden railway. That was what we had in mind.
But you have now moved into an operational phase with it too, eh?
We're starting that.
Yes. Yeah. A particularly unusual one too, because it deals with passenger trains.
Well, we've got Tim's got one, and I've got one, and there's a couple of other fellows with passenger trains.
So it's kind of like a major terminus point at the yard where all these passenger trains come in and exchange cars and that sort of thing.
Now we've got
that's exactly right.
We have an elevated freight yard.
Yeah.
And we've got, as of about a year ago, we've got a storage building, and we're presently building a bridge from the storage building over to the main line on the gauge 1.
Wow.
That should be done. That'll be done hopefully in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Now, if fellow large scalers are out there traveling the country in the summertime, are they more than welcome to drop by?
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's awesome.
Usually somebody's around on Saturdays.
Yeah.
In fact, last Saturday or Saturday before, we had a couple of people that stopped in.
And I guess too, if they want to get to see what's going on, you have a website.
We do.
What's the, you know?
FingerLakesLiveSteamers.com, I guess it is, isn't it? What's the website?
FingerLakesLiveSteamers.org.
Okay, well, hopefully people take a visit there, because I think you have some photographs so they can sort of see what you're doing.
We have, they're being upgraded all the time.
That's great. Well, thanks, guys. I guess you're almost ready to go on your train there, eh?
Take care.
Yes,
yeah.
Thank you. I thought for sure that he was going to make us wait.
Never be sure of anything.
Well, the dispatchers don't like us.
Just too efficient.
That's scary.
Yeah, last time I saw that train, it was really buzzing down.
Yeah, I think they finally got a control on the throttle.
Green box. I don't see a green box.
Make sure you're clear for 301.
Oh, I'm.
He's going to come in on the extension track.
Anybody's way?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, I can flip it.
But we were both in the short line over there, so, you know, to toss it.
You got work to do in here.
Yeah, I know.
They go out, they're coming in.
And I are working these more.
Fiber on. It's there now. So there, I went looking. Oh, look at, and then if you scan down the thing and make the print bigger on the computer, you're going, oh look, for the first 3 months, it's $39, and then it bounces to $89.
Back here, sir?
And the TV goes from $39 to $100.
You don't want to run this home, sir? Well, it'd be real funny.
But I might. They not, but I might.
So I do quite a bit of time. 20 pounds. Great. Vibration. Set out.
Please repeat. Please repeat.
He needs to use the diamond.
Dispatch to train 67, you have clearance from, well, you have clearance to use the diamond. The full train is also heading down that direction, so please watch out for them as well.
I've arranged for them to meet at that portage.
Okay.
That'll do. That'll do. Okay. Come on back.
Come back. Come back. Come back.
Come on back.
Ian?
Come on back.
Thornhill. Hey, David. Yes. Well, yeah, yesterday we were both coming down on Wednesday. We had great problems. No, we had great problems. Replace all the brake liners. Brake line. But it happened at the right
Dispatch
spot.
329, please hold.
I was pulling out of the driveway with my trailer. I put the foot
Dispatch
on the brake.
train 302.
So it wasn't on the 401 or anything like that.
That one?
That's almost the whole day.
Dispatch train 302.
That's just hook on.
Yep.
Back on in. Hook on.
Dispatch to train 302.
Pull everything out.
Lawrence? You guys are good to go. You guys are good to go to Peters Pond. Watch out for train 329. Oh yeah. This is dispatch.
Next one.
That is correct, yes. Nobody ever said that. Okay. Go forward. Putting that in. Except the first one, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Did you copy?
Do you remember? 28.411 was ours, yeah. Very good radio. And there. We have 2 for the west interchange. Okay. Ooh, that'll be interesting. Okay. Let's push him down in here. Okay, and then we got to peel the back one off and put him in, and then we're ready to go. And then up a lot. That'll do. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Go forward.
Right here.
Okay, let's go over to track 1 and run around. That'll do. Come on, Mark. Eyeball it down to the other end. Eyeball it. Put that one with them. Okay. Okay, shove your whole time system down. Okay, and now back up.
Dispatch to train 11, you do not have clearance to 10.
I heard about nothing. We have to wait anyhow.
That'll do. Come on up and hook onto your west interchange. We'll go around, hook onto our train, and we're ready to go out. Okay, put your band on your train. Put your band on your train. And then we'll run around again and we'll be ready to pull out the camera. Okay.
So Rick, while you're running that around there, can you tell me about your locomotive?
It's a USA 44 ton. It's got the older RCS system in it with a Sierra sound. It's got a lithium battery in it, so when it's charged up full, it gets a good amount of run time.
Yep.
And we have it set up somewhat uniquely that, okay, go ahead and back up. We have it set up somewhat uniquely that you can put a battery car on it at either end. It has a jack on either end. So even though the extra air tanks are added onto the rear, either end can be utilized as the forward, and makes a nice sound. Give him a bell, Dan.
Now you've done some exterior modifications on it as well, right?
Well, we did some interior too. It's actually set up to be a representation of the EBT M7, a modest representation. So the figures in it are 1/20th instead of 1/29. So what I did is tried to upgrade it to a 1/20th scale engine.
Oh, super.
So that's why the stacks are also added to give it just a little bit more height over the normal 44 tonner. Okay, you're going to have to pick up and then go back and pick up your caboose.
Gives it that narrow gauge look.
Yes, that was the idea. That'll do. Dispatch, transfer 65. Roger, we completed our work at Glen Hammond and we're ready at your pleasure to depart for Bellamy. Say again, please. Roger, we're holding it at Glen Hammond.
What do you think? You want to throw that switch?
Not yet. I've got to find a car that I'm taking off here, which is PFE. I'm going to break the train.
And
I have to get past the switch. Yeah.
That's skill, man. That's not luck.
You got to be gentle now with this white hopper because it's against the bumper.
Okay. We only have one book. We're relying on Mr. Cady.
Done. I thought this was a transfer to.
Hold it. Hold it.
Here's a fella I can interview right now. How you doing this morning, Eric?
Fine.
Fine. I'm just doing some videoing here for people that are visiting. Can you tell us a little bit about where you're from? And
I'm a Spanish teacher in a small Catholic school in Oneida, New York, between Utica and Syracuse.
Yeah. And are you? You're obviously a large-scale modeler. Do you have a railroad?
I have a very small one that I have inside my house. I don't have anything like this.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
What attracted you to this particular venue? How did you hear about it?
Well, Mr. Barry Burkett brought me here, and also I attend train shows down in Syracuse, and this place has a reputation, a very good one down there.
Ah, yes.
At the state fairgrounds at the train shows, so I just had to keep coming back.
Yeah. How many years has it been now that you've been here?
Oh, let's see. This is my 5th time here,
yeah.
And probably in the course of about 6-7 years.
Well, that's terrific. Well, we'll let you get back to your switching problems here. It looks like you're having a good time.
Yeah, we have to get rid of the switching and the derailing problems today.
Yeah.
Keep Mr. Murphy at bay.
They gave me a train to play with.
You need a bottle of water?
No, well, I will want one soon. Are you offering to get me one? Yeah. Oh, you are an angel of mercy. I love it. I would love it.
Okay, your siding there, Barry.
And we're taking these two out with us, so you're going to go in here.
We got to get rid of the tanker.
And we'll put this one back. We need these two.
The guy that writes these.
He's the devil, isn't he?
Well, just a little bit, a little touch of that.
I told Colin that the cars are all mixed up. He says, I did that on purpose.
Yo, you think?
In the yard,
Hard
you
to
got
believe.
work to do. You don't want to just back in and pull them all out.
Hard to imagine if he does it on purpose.
Now, in real life, though, what would you find in a railroad yard?
Well, no, they're quite often blocked all right. But this is sort of an initial condition. So these two are blocked together. Okay, you can stay on.
Oh. Well, no, that should be working. Here we go.
Okay, well, a lot of the guys who are here today met on Large Scale Central, which is an online group. Every winter we run we call a build challenge, where we have various restrictions, but we have to build something with what we've got around the house. We're limited to about $20, I think, in expenses. So I paid about $6 or $7 for the brass parts on that model you've just seen, and the boys on the group were kind enough to vote that the winner. As a result of that, one of the boys donated this prize you see before you here, this picture of the locomotive on the turntable. That was the prize. Beautiful, very generous. Yeah. And then on the strength of that win, I thought, well, I'll take it up to the Eccles show in York and see how that works. And it did win a prize there as well, over here.
Okay, can I see that certificate?
Yeah, this is donated by Great American Locomotion, or GAL, and he awarded me this.
Very nice.
So that was fun. And following that, I really wanted to take it down to the National, but there were logistical problems, so I couldn't get it down to that. So there it is. I'm going to put that back now.
So tell me a little bit about your techniques and what you did to build it.
Well, I've been scratch building since I'm now 65 years old. I've been scratch building at least 50 years in other scales. This is the first thing I've scratched, the first piece of a rolling stock I've scratch built in large scale. Basic woodworking technique. Everything you see there is scratch built. The hinges, the nut bolt washer castings, everything but the trucks and couplers. I love soldering, so the steps, the ladders, the hand grabs and so forth, that's all done in brass. There are quite a few metal parts which I enjoy doing, handwork.
Yeah, and actually I guess the rib protection there, the banding, that's all done with metal as well?
Yes, that's right. It's really just stovepipe wire. It's just whatever I had around the house. So you're looking at coffee stir sticks, craft sticks from the dollar store. These iron rods here, actually a bit of old welding rod. That's it. And you can see there's some fine soldering work down below. This manifold of pipes there has some 38 parts in it.
Wow.
I think that kind of stuff impressed the guys. One of the things on LSC is part of the deal is we have to post a blog. So they were able to follow step by step what I was doing there. These parts at the top are actually firelighter matchsticks, for example. So it's really just what you had around the house.
Wow.
Plus we got a lot of questions from them about what this was and what that was and what's this look like and what that looked like.
We
just gave them our opinions.
Yeah, that's right. Were you on that thing where I was asking what about this end detail?
Yeah.
You followed that one?
Yeah. Followed them all, yeah.
So what happened with the end detail?
Well, I was building it based on a photograph that one of the guys on the list had provided me with. It kind of changed my plans when I saw this prototype. I thought it was a beautiful thing, but the end detail wasn't clear, and so I had to consult with some very knowledgeable fellow list members to figure out what was going on there.
Wow.
I think we got it right, though, don't you?
I'm not gonna argue with you.
He agrees.
Definitely right.
We got it right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful model, John.
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure showing it to you.